What's going on, box fans? Julian Williams with The Distance. I'm here to give my thoughts on the Super 6 Super Middleweight Classic, which begins tomorrow. This matchup, all these matchups are very well put together. They are well organized and stuff. So I can't wait until tomorrow for these matchups to begin. I've been waiting since I think July. But anyway, my thoughts on the Super 6 Super Middleweight Classic. I think that right now it's one of the best things that could be made in boxing because the super middleweight division is a solid division. You have six solid fighters all competing for one thing, and that's to be at the top of the super middleweight division. But there's a lot of things that people worried about, and that were mandatories for the title holders, Froch and Kessler. And some people thought that Jermaine Taylor shouldn't have been in the tournament. Arthur Abraham shouldn't have been in the tournament. That all should have been mainly super middleweights, but Arthur Abraham is a marquee name. People are gonna be intrigued by Arthur Abraham because he hasn't really gotten any exposure in America but a few times. And Jermaine Taylor because people are always gonna wonder about Jermaine Taylor. He's a marquee name still. He did lose to Kelly Pavlik and Carl Froch, but Jermaine Taylor is still a good fighter. He's still a marquee name. So putting two former undisputed middleweight champion and a middleweight titleist together, two former middleweight champions together, that's going to cause some intrigue. Andre Dirrell and Carl Froch. Another matchup tomorrow, puts together a hungry champion and a hungry challenger. I still see Dirrell in the prospect stage. Sometimes with Dirrell, I've been seeing a lack of professionalism in a way, but then again, it's boxing. He and I know that Dirrell didn't even make weight in the first try. He was 168.4 pounds. So he's right now. I think he's trying to lose the weight. But either way, I understand making 168 and having having a few ounces on your weight. So at least I gotta give it to him. At least he's making the effort to get the weight off. But still, this is a tournament. If he can't make the weight, it will ruin the whole format of the tournament. But because there's a lot of people that want it to fail, but those are pretty much the people that don't agree with the tournament and stuff. But I know that Dirrell will make 168 even, so I'm not worried about that. But sometimes I still see Dirrell in the prospect stage because he's never been the full 12 and has went like 10 rounds like in 2007. So I hope that there's no stamina issues and being taken into deep waters is a whole new world for prospective fighters, because I can't really call Dirrell a contender because he's not faced a top 10 super middleweight. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Dirrell. Dirrell is a top 10 super middleweight, but in my opinion, but he hasn't. He either fights up or fights down to his level of opposition. So anyway, I have Dirrell winning the matchup, but by unanimous decision. So, but let's hope that he makes 168, or it could ruin the format of the tournament. Kessler and Ward. Kessler fought the man at 168, Joe Calzaghe. He's a fundamentally sound boxer. Does everything very well. And you have Andre Ward. Andre Ward is the most athletically gifted fighter in this tournament. He's the last U.S. gold medalist. So it's an interesting matchup for Ward because a lot of people are expecting Ward to step up now. This is his step up in opposition. So, but going from Miranda to Kessler is a huge step up. So anyway, the Super 6 Super Middleweight tournament is a great tournament. It's a great idea. Maybe after the Super Six, maybe we could see a light welterweight or a welterweight tournament, or maybe even a lightweight tournament would be good, or even a featherweight. It just brings a lot of ideas to boxing. I would love to see a featherweight tournament, and with the same concept. I'd love to see maybe a light welterweight tournament, just depending on if this tournament does well. And this is what boxing needs right now. Boxing needs tournaments such as these to determine who's the best. You know, plain and simple. Boxing needs more tournaments and all these other weight divisions for things like this. You know, I do think I'm one of the people that do think that there are too many weight divisions. And I will admit, I look at super middleweight as kind of a catchweight division that was turned to a real division, because years ago it was middleweight and light heavyweight. So, but anyway, I have no problem with this tournament. But still, I'd love to see another weight class. I'd love to see another weight class do a tournament like this in the future, because I know it's going to be at least 3 fights for each fighter, which is definitely a good thing. And pretty much 2 matches I want to see. I want to see out of this tournament. I would love to see Arthur Abraham versus Carl Froch, which is definitely going to be action packed. And I would love to see Andre Ward versus Andre Dirrell. I'd love to see that matchup. And you know, because it's putting 2 2004 Olympians against each other, which is going to cause intrigue. And you have 2 athletically gifted boxers, so we'll see if that gets to happen. I'd love to see it happen. So, but anyway, those are my thoughts on the Super 6 Super Middleweight Classic. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the first 2 fights: Arthur Abraham versus Jermaine Taylor, and WBC Super Middleweight Champion Carl Froch versus Andre Dirrell. So be sure to catch those tomorrow. And thanks for watching. Peace.